Holla if you're here because you want to leave your stress behind. Getting into overload, don't lose your flow. Holla if you're here because you wanna bury your sorrow in a vibe, honey. All of your troubles don't seem so amplified, 'cause inside we're brave, can't take you over deeply to your appetite. Got to vibe, honey. We got the specialist beat secret supply. We put it down, and they'll be telling us, yeah. Spin another vibe, bro. We lit and light up. When the night ends, you'll be leaving on a high note. Get out, say hi, bye. Yeah. Spin another vibe, bro. We lit and light up. When the night ends, you'll be leaving on a high note. Get out, yeah. And you'll be singing higher, yeah. You'll be singing higher in no time. Like I don't wanna go, like I don't wanna go home. And you'll be singing higher, you'll be singing higher, yeah. Get out, yeah. It's a little hard sometimes to feel the quiet. Holla if you're settling, we'll let it spin whenever tired. Getting into overload, don't lose your flow. Holla if you're here because you wanted us to take control with the vibe, honey. All of your troubles don't seem so amplified, 'cause inside we're brave, can't take you over deeply to your appetite. That's a vibe, honey. We got the specialist beat secret supply. We put it down, and they'll be telling us, yeah. Spin another vibe, bro. We lit the lights up. When the night ends, you'll be leaving on a high note. Get out, say hi, bye. Yeah. Spin another vibe, bro. We lit the lights up. When the night ends, you'll be leaving on a high note. Get out, yeah. You'll be singing higher in no time. Like I don't wanna go home. You'll be singing higher, I don't wanna go.
Well, welcome in everybody to Winton Raceway for round 2 of the Kiwi Sim Racing BMW M2 Challenge. And as per usual on a Tuesday night, joining me in the comms box, it is the man himself, Mr. Michael Kempy. Mate, how are we for a Tuesday night?
Not too bad. The sun's out, it's shining, it's not raining for once. We have rollover caller on this track, so I want to see a rollover, otherwise I'm retiring from commentary because it's just absolute bullshit. Other than that, we're pretty good.
We're good to go. That's good to hear. And yeah, last week, first rollover of the season, it certainly was a doozy. And mate, you mentioned it, one of many corners around the circuit, turn 6. Got the name rollover corner, so here's hoping it lives up to that name tonight. Looking at the cars, looks like we've got around 44 cars in the house again tonight, so another massive field And at the moment, qualifying underway out on track, and Robert Henry is leading the way from Ewan Baker. Of course, Baker, he'll be no doubt our championship leader at the moment after taking out the first 2 races of the season last week. So I've got a feeling he'll be sitting right towards the pointy end of the championship, as he seems to do in a lot of championships.
Yeah, it's just a common occurrence, really, isn't it? You mentioned Ewan Baker, and it's like, oh, we'll just park it up. No one's got a chance.
yeah, that's it for the night, eh? We've all had enough. As we see here, the Hoosier sponsored car of Rob Woodworth apparently sits down in P26 with just over 2.5 minutes to go. Kempe, it's time to go if you want to get yourself towards the front of the field. Course 3 15-minute sprint races tonight. Top 8 invert for race 2, and then the top 15 invert for race 3. And man, that top 15 invert last week certainly provided the goods, didn't it, Kempe? Oh, he's talking to someone else. Let's go Brandon in the chat, or Brendan B Party. He had a pretty good week last week. He'll be looking to carry that on this week. Currently sits P8 in qualifying. As he pulls to the infield. See our current pole sitter down pit lane. He's happy with his work so far. Baker as well down pit lane, so must be happy with their times.
I'm guessing the Mighty Moose in the chat that we've got saying let's go Brendan's talking about Big B Party.
Yeah,
so
surely.
Yeah, surely I can't see any other Brendans out there.
Yeah, I certainly would say that. Currently P8 in the standings. Brady Stanley in the house tonight. I tell you what, it's a bit of a fast lane takeover tonight. A lot of them spread throughout the field. Xavier Simmons, it looks like his first appearance for 2025.
Far out.
No doubt got that car wound up. He currently sits down pit lane. Seeing who else is out on the track at the moment. Andrew Taylor, new name to Kiwi Sim Racing, I'm pretty sure. Check out that livery. That's a whole lot of faces going on there. I don't know what you're doing, Kempy. Are you watching on Discord or are you watching on your end?
Discord.
Discord? Oh yeah, you haven't loaded up the server this week?
No, I didn't think of that.
No, that's all good. Oh, Michael Jordan. How good, Michael
How
Jordan
good.
in the house.
Needs to change the number to 23 though, because that's Michael Jordan from Timu.
Tell you what, currently sits P34.
Oh, how good. Hiss it, Michael Jordan. It's going to be raining threes all night. Oh, he's bowled it wide. Go back to baseball, you horse.
Baseball? What are you on about?
He played baseball for a while, you pelican.
Did he? Holy
Yeah,
shit.
did you not know that?
No, I did not know that.
He retired from basketball and went and played baseball, and then I think he went back to basketball.
Oh, heck. All right, there you go. Well,
See, I know this.
yeah, onto it, Kempy. Lucky we have you.
Yep.
Lucky we have you.
Oh, yeah, it's unlucky, probably.
Shit. All right, we'll try and get through as many of these as we can. We get up your grid for race number 1 here at Winton. Off the front row, it's going to be Robert Henry lining up next to Ewan Baker. Off row 2, Mandela Pike and Dylan Jordan. Row 3, we'll see Brady Stanley and Brody McConkey. Out of row 4, Justin Davies lines up next to B Party. Row 5, we'll see Xavier Simmons and Paul Stewart. Out of row 6, it'll be Phil King and Ben Doherty. Row 7, we'll see Sam Law and Taylor Oakes. Row 8 will be Heath Mannering and Nick Jones. Row 9, Thomas Mallard and Craig Brock. Row number 10, it'll be Brock Mackney and George Elliott. Row 11, David Turnbull lines up next to Caleb Beecroft. Row 12, Paul McKenzie and Michael Keys. Row 13, it'll be Andrew Taylor and Rob Woodworth. Row 14, we'll see Alistair something. And Hayden Kirk. I'm not even going to attempt that. I'll make an absolute meal of it. Row 15, it'll be Mark Mallard and Cameron Freeman. Row 16, Ben Heron and Mason Dawson. Row 17 will be Sam Waddell and that man Michael Jordan. And looks like we are set to go racing, Kempe. Race number 1 here at Winton, about to go.
Oh,
We
look at that.
are underway. I'll tell you what, it looks like Baker.
He'll get the lead, turn 2, guaranteed. He's
Got-
on the inside. Race over, park it up.
Park it up,
Told you,
Jerry.
that's it.
Park
Lights
it
out.
up.
Oh, what's going on?
Oh,
He's back down
Carhart
Oh.
into the fence in the background. That was Justin Davies.
it. How good. How did they miss him?
Oh, I tell you what, he has dropped all the way to the rear of the field as everybody goes through. Justin Davies, an absolute shocker start to the race. We'll get a replay of that one at some point. We'll just watch this battle out front for the opening lap. Rob Henry in front from Ewan Baker.
Baker's supplying the acid early.
And I tell you what, there's contact. It's going off further down the field. Again, Kempe, there is dramas everywhere early in the
Yeah, good.
15-minute heat race. You've got to love it. Carnage.
Oh,
Cars going
great, isn't it?
everywhere. But Henry
in amongst it.
leads it. We don't say this too often, do we? From that man, Ewan Baker in P2. Mandela Pluck currently sits P3. We've got cars sending it in the background. We see if we can find ourselves some replays from the opening.
Who's down pit lane?
Few corners, oh mate, who probably isn't at this point? A lot of cars have come up on my screen that have been in some form of issues. It's crazy.
That's one way of putting it.
Oh, and it goes so fast. Okay, I'll try and get this one for us. Thanks, it's just going off out there, Kempe.
It is.
I can't keep up at the moment. Okay, we should have a replay. Hopefully this is going to say something for us. We've got Robert Northway by the looks having issues early. Oh, there we go. Contact turns him around. Justin Davies. Let's see what's gone wrong here. Oh, just on that ripple strip, sends it into the fence. And
How good.
had to let the field go through.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see what happens here. Mason Dawson has a moment. He's been turned around. I tell you what, it's going off everywhere.
We've got Tomo in the house.
Tam Tomo, welcome in to
Yeah,
the
good.
chat and round 2.
Have you got a brother named Squiggles?
Oh, here we go. Caleb Beecroft turned around. Oh, I
How
tell
good is
you
this?
what, that one. Oh, that's familiar scenes of the Auckland motorway there.
Oh, look at this.
How good. Ben Heron now, he's
Oh.
going to come through and just collect him.
It's like everyone's forgot how to drive.
Oh, it's still going.
Alright.
It's still going off. Hayden Kirk here. What's happened to Kirky? Oh,
my
turned
God.
around, heavy contact with the fence, and
Insane.
everyone having trouble with that curb. Oh, another one into the fence.
That's different.
Oh man, Ewan Baker. What's happened to Baker out here? Has he had some issues now?
Clearly, he's
Oh.
he's parking her up.
What's he doing there? He's let a few cars go, so not quite sure what's going on there. Greg Spark here, oh, makes contact. Another one around. Oh.
We're nearly going to line skid.
we've got an almost got we've almost got a race of replays in that opening couple of laps, Kempy. We'll go back to the
this
live
is insane.
action, and we'll pick up what is actually going on in the race. Right now, Mandela Pluck is your race leader, and I'm telling you now that we've lost Rob Henry as well, so I wouldn't be surprised if Rob Henry and Ewan Baker have come together somewhere. Because right now, no, it was Robert Henry.
Robert Henry?
Yep. Robert Henry right now is P17, just in front of Ewan Baker in P18. So I would say the reason we saw Baker slowing is they've had it coming together, and Ewan Baker's redressed that situation there. So we'll see. I'll try and see if I can pick something up of what has possibly happened between those two as we continue watching live action. Not sure it's going to show. Oh, I've got a crash here from... Okay, so this is going to show what's happened between Baker and Rob Henry at a guess. How are we, Josh Murdens? Welcome in. Let's see what's happened.
Josh Murdens is in the chat.
There you go. So, a bit of contact there from Baker on Henry, and that explains what has gone on there between those two while out front. So Mandela Pluck, meantime, leads it out from Dylan Jordan. He's got pressure though from Brodie McConkey. Simmons has made a great start up to P4. Currently sits in behind Brodie McConkey. And I tell you what, we will just jump on board Simmons for a lap around Winton Raceway, as we are almost halfway through race number 1 already.
I have to put it out there. Anyone would think that I was in the middle of this field with all the chaos going on. Like, seriously.
She is all go, isn't it? As we check out our biggest movers, and tell you what, Luke Dilworth, 24 positions he has gained, currently sits in P19. Having some sort of run there from Dilworth. Charlie Coleman up 20. We go back to Mallard up 9. Mackenzie and Michael Jordan up 8 positions apiece. So we watch Simmons here, hot on the back of McConkey, looking for a way past. B Party, he'll be forming up behind. No doubt about that. Brodie Stanley sits P6. There's some great shots here from on board Simmons in that driver's seat. And that is the halfway point of race 1 already. Can you believe how quick that one's gone by?
It's just absolute chaos. That's what we've come to see.
Yeah, you're not wrong there.
How good is that?
Yeah, you've got to love it. You have to love that stuff. I tell you what, who else have we got in the house tonight? This B Party sits back, P5. Those fast lane cars certainly making their presence felt with Stanley. Sitting P6 at the moment. You go back to Ben Doherty. It's Baker, you see here.
Fastest lap.
The fastest lap. Still sits in behind Baker. But yeah, 129.239.
So what's happened to Baker? He's dropped down the order.
Well, him and we saw the replay just before, Kempy. Where you been?
Oh yeah, the bottom of the timing thing keeps changing. That's why.
Yeah, that'll show the top 15 and then scroll through the rest.
Yeah.
Top 16,
I was getting screwed.
Yeah,
on the doco then.
Yeah, I'd say they are a lot of fun, Josh. A lot of fun. They certainly are for us in the comms box. We get behind calling these races. Let's check out
I reckon
Baker.
it'd be more fun if I was out there to reverse spin you and fire you through the fence at 100 mile an hour.
I probably would have done that myself, to be fair. We watch here, Baker sits P14. Paul McKenzie sits behind him, currently in P15 as that FedEx Denny Hamlin looking paint scheme, and I tell you what, that's no good for you, McKenzie. No,
Danita Kremlin.
no,
Earn it.
No good at all.
Good thing we don't have Josh Henderson in the house. We'd need gumboots.
There you go, Heath Mannering. He sits back P17 at the moment. There's no changes as to speak of out front at the moment. Mandela Pluck stretching that lead out. Starting to look pretty comfortable out in front. You know, that Brock Mackney and Luke Dilworth, that man is on an absolute mission. Dilworth, part of that Sigma Sim Sports stables. Tell you what, making an absolute ripper start to proceedings at the moment. We could probably start talking about the invert now. Kempe, 5 minutes to go in the race. Currently, Paul Stewart in the box seat to start off the front row alongside Ben Doherty.
Are you not qualifying?
That's already done and dusted, mate.
No, I'm talking to Ben.
Yeah, I know.
He's in a public server and these things.
Oh, okay, nice. He needs to get amongst the field, mate. Needs to get himself amongst the racing and get involved. Looks like an issue for Rob Woodworth. He's just spun it around. Looks to get that thing pointing in the right direction again. It's another campaigner we see often, Caleb Beecroft, amongst the field. Currently sits down in P30. And with so many cars, you just can't cover everyone, that's for sure. The field is massive and spread out. Well and truly. Greg Spark, he is your last runner on the track at the moment, sits P42. With retirements from Ben Heron and Michael Keys. I'd say they have probably left the building, to be fair. Northway.
Are they still taking regos for this?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can just get yourself part of Kiwi Sim Racing, of course. Get on their Discord and get yourself amongst the action, Kempe. Your best bet will be to join the league and all that stuff. Once you join the league, you can get amongst all the series. It's not a certain series side up, if that makes sense to you.
Yeah, makes sense. So, Junior's interested in racing, so yeah, I thought I'd ask.
Oh, yep, fair call. We can, if you are watching on Twitch and want to get yourself a part of the action, Discord link in the chat there. Get yourself on that Discord. Get involved in the Tuesday night action. Plenty of different series run throughout the year here at Kiwi Sim Racing, and of course the big 2-hour endurance series as well that's run in between these mini series. Kempe, we won't be covering that series this year, but we will get all the other action for the smaller series.
Yeah.
She's a bit hard, eh? The old 2-hour races.
Oh, it's just criminal. It's like need to have a nap. You can go through a box of double jacks just to get through the race, and then you feel like an absolute bold and arsehole bag of dog shit the next day just to do a 2-hour race, you know? So it's just not worth it.
So you're right. So we see here Simmons still trying to apply the pressure to the back of McConkey, trying to get himself on the podium, and what a start that would be for Simmons for his
just send him off the end.
2025 campaign here at Kiwi Sim Racing. Yeah, B Party currently sits in behind him, P5. Got a line of those fast lane cars there. Brady Stanley amongst the action, P6. As he was in the chat last week, now finds himself out on track. Just like that. Battles further down the field here. You see Justin Davies trying to climb his way back towards the front of the field after that huge crash. And I tell you what, it was a scene for a lot of drivers. They all mirrored what he did throughout this race. Seen a few of them hit that curb and fire into the fence. So,
yeah, good, eh?
Yeah, probably something he will try and avoid next race, you would hope, anyway.
These are a hosted session, eh? They're not a league session.
Yeah, so it's all, no, it's in leagues.
He does it.
But you
Is it in leagues?
yeah, it's in the leagues.
Okay,
It's
so
all-
I'll get him to join the league.
Yeah, you got to join the league. I can't
Okay.
give you the league ID right now. I don't know what it is.
I will grab it myself later and give it to him.
Yep, that is the one. Davies still applying pressure to the back of Mark Mallard, looking for a way past. Just 23 seconds to go in the race. There's Mandela Pluck is, man, stretched that lead out to 3.7 seconds.
He's pulled a decent gap in the last sort of, what, 4 or 5 laps?
He certainly
gone.
has, and here we go. So Mandela Pluck brings it round and takes out race number 1 here at Winton Raceway in style from Dylan Jordan, home in P2, Brody Conkey in P3, Simmons in 4, and there's been a coming together. There's
Holy
cars
shit.
everywhere. Final corner, and it has gone off. B party involved.
What happened there?
Oh, I could not tell you, Kempi. It is a disaster finish to the race for Baker. He backs it over the line in P17, and not the start he would have wanted. But I tell you what, there is some heavy damaged cars in front of him.
Far out.
Brady
yeah, that escalated.
Brady Stanley, he was involved as well, Kempi, and man, like you say it, that escalated fairly quickly, didn't it, as we bring your results up from race number 1. It was Mandela Pluck, comfortable in the end over Dylan Jordan. Brody McConkey survives the attacks from Simmons, and Ben Doherty rounds out your top 5. Go through the rest
Have we got a replay of it?
the finishes. We won't get time to play it, I don't think, just because it's the end of the session.
Oh, that's right. We've got 2 races, eh?
3 races, so
Back to back.
soon
3.
as... Okay, we'll see if we can get it up for you. We'll quickly play this, we'll hide that. Contact between the fast lane cars, there you go, so Stanley into the back of B Party, and then he parks it, and B Party just says, take that, mate, turns around in front of everyone, and boofa.
Ewan Baker, full noise, full commitment, straight through the side of that thing. How good.
As we go back
Stock cars.
to the live coverage, and I'll tell you what, I'd say we're going to be seeing cars lining up for race number 2, Kempi. I'll see how far we can get through this grid draw for you. Cars quickly on the track, but off the front row will be Robert Henry. Look at that, there's some late changes to that one. Next to him it'll be Taylor Oakes. Out of row 2, Paul Stewart and Ben Doherty. Row 3 will see Simmons and McConkey. Row 4, Dylan Jordan and Mandela Pluck. Go back to row 5, it'll be Craig Brock and Brady Stanley. Row 6, it'll be David Turnbull and Paul McKenzie. And we are going racing already. No mucking around.
I want to see a lid skid.
Race number 2. We are underway for the second time tonight. How far can we get before carnage unleashes here at Winton? And I tell you what, it hasn't taken long. Down the rear, there's cars everywhere. Northway again is involved. Ben Heron.
He's on a bad run.
He's on the infield, and oh, that is not the start he would have wanted. We go back live. Taylor Oakes, one-time commentator here for THD SimSport Productions, out there leading the field in race number 2 from Robert Henry, who has made a brilliant start and looking to make up for the disaster of race number 1. Doherty side by side with McConkey, and Mandela Pluck making quick work of it. Kempi already up to P4.
He's a weapon, ain't he?
Oh, there's more contact further back. That looks like Alistair. I'm not going to say the last name. What do you reckon that is?
I'm going to say Kuipers.
Kuipers?
Yeah. That's
Kuipers.
as good as I'm gonna get.
I mean, we'll run with that until we're told otherwise. How does that sound?
Yeah, we're going with that. I tell you, there's an absolute scam going on the other screen in the bedroom in here because Bentley smacked that thing on pole by a second and a half over the rest of the field.
He's showing you up already as we look here. Henry applying the pressure to Oaks. And drama in Discord. I can imagine it. I can imagine
It'll be all going on in there, eh?
Oh, the end of that last race would have been fireworks, no doubt about it.
Can you chuck a bag of popcorn in the microwave for me, Vince, and I'll jump in there with you and we'll just have a snack and listen to the chaos.
Yeah. Got a replay of the crash. Oh, it would have been... go back and watch the stream. It was very, very early in the race, into race number 1. Lethal John. Once the VOD goes up, you'll be able to check that out. It's pressure again out front from Henry on Taylor Oaks. Taylor Oaks, he's absorbing most of it for now. Looking pretty comfortable out front. He can keep it on the track.
I just want to see a damn lid skid because this rollover corner turn 6 is an absolute load of horse shit.
Yeah,
it's no rollovers.
It's been scamming us all night, hasn't it? As we look back, Paul McKenzie in that FedEx sponsored car looking to get a pass done on Dylan Jordan, possibly Baker. Oh, hard into the braking zone.
How good is that?
He is in P12, and let's have a look at our biggest movers. Sam Law at the moment up 16 spots, and he sits back in P22. Make that 15 spots, just like that. Thomas Mallard, he took out race 3 last week. Currently sits P14, P16. Sorry, he's moved up 14 spots, and mate, if he could sit that thing on pole, is he going to make a repeat performance from last week?
What are we doing lap times around here?
At the moment, Henry has the fastest lap of the race with a 1:29.556, and he's actually got. While we've been talking, Kempy, he's got that pass done for the race lead.
A 1:295, did you say?
Yeah, 1:29.556.
Okay, Bentley done a 1:03.1 to put it on pole in his server.
What? A
so he's 2 tenths off a 1:03.1 in the same track in the M2. So he's within 2 tenths of Robert Henry on a lap time.
You mean a 1:30? Or what?
Yeah.
A 1:03, bro, is like 26 seconds faster than these guys.
No, 1:30.
Point.
Is it?
Mandela Pluck made his way up to P3. Man, is he going to be our next race 1 and race 2 winner? Of course, Baker done it last week.
Oh, he's on the short track.
Yeah, I was going to say,
turn your grip axe off, horse.
Yeah, he's on the club layout, which we were going to be running tonight.
Yeah.
But with the big entry field, they decided better of it in the end.
He's probably slow as wet weed then, because we've got no lap time. I sort of thought he might have been on a screen. Oh, it's all going on in the background.
More crashing.
How good is that? Bounced off the fence.
Oh, who is that that has just gone round? Is that Woodworth again, having plenty of problems up there? He's back in P31 as Sam Law swapping spots at the moment. Go Henry, still leading out. I'll tell you what, I'm going to see if we can get some replays. Mandela Pluck starting to put some pressure now on Taylor Oaks for a pass. We've definitely got that last one. And this is a lot like race 1, I feel, Kempy. We'll go right back to the start. Looks like Nick Jones, no.
Bit of action.
Robert Northway is going to be the first one for us. Here, this happened on the first lap of the race. He's got some magic tricks going on. What was that? Don't know. Looked like he may have been having a few issues as far as the magic tricks were going. Luke Dilworth here. Oh, into the back.
How good is that?
And he's hooked reverse, and look at this. Look at this, how good everyone taking
How good is
action.
that?
And everybody, oh no!
Oh, that was close.
That does not get any closer. It looked like Caleb Beecroft was also amongst that. Nick Jones has come
it's all going on.
unstuck. It's spun around.
How good is that?
It's turned, and I dare say that's Alan Stevenson possibly with nowhere to go. Oh, Stevenson turned around.
Look at this.
Mark Mallard.
Oh,
And he couldn't quite avoid it, so he was caught in
you
something.
did good not to hit the fence.
And this was the shot that we missed earlier. I think he goes hard into the fence. No, he just turned around
Straight through him.
from Alistair.
How good is this?
Phil King. What's happening to Phil? Oh, look, that corner is taking some victims tonight, that's for sure.
I was waiting for someone to go full noise out the back of him then.
Brandon stuck, big slide. Turns it round.
Brandon unstuck now.
Yeah, Cam James, this could explain what happened to Woodworth. Oh, look at that one. That's massive contact.
How good is that?
What has happened there? Let's
I
see
rate
what's
that.
happened. Sam Law. Oh, it's that curb again. Oh, just sent him. Oh, no. Woodworth. And he's collected the curb as well. Oh, that curb.
Ban the curb.
That is providing plenty of action tonight. Hayden Kirk here. Looks like he's going to come into contact with Sam.
Stops dead, eh?
With Sam Waddell, turns him around. The action has been flowing out there. We watched Elliot turn around. We go back live.
Far out.
Again,
That's insane.
just so much going on out there.
How good
Henry,
is this?
meantime, still leads it. So we're back live in Hayden Kirk. Into it. Saw a massive slide from him.
This is outstanding.
It's what we've come to see. Meantime, Baker has made his way up to P7. B-Party has made his way to P10. Simmons, P5. So some of these guys making some moves out there. We talk about inverts. Craig Brock, at the moment, is sitting in pole position for the final race of the night with Justin Davies, who sits P14 at the moment. And look out, Davies is on a mission. He's got Thomas Mallard, I believe, in front of him. Bit of contact. Craig Brock, he's amongst this as well.
It's on everywhere you look.
Yep. And that's what we want, to be fair. And
Definitely.
we saw Luke Dilworth early in the race in trouble. He's now in P24. So he's made a fair bit of progress with his recovery. We talk about non-finishers. Looks like Greg Spark and Cameron Freeman at the moment. The DNF. With a couple others down pit lane. Robert Northway, one of those cars. But out front, Henry leads it. 3.3 seconds back to Mandela Clark, who's made a huge charge. He started out of P8 with that invert for this race and is up to P2. We look at the lap times, and Henry 129.112, the quickest with the quickest lap of the race. Mandela Pluck's best lap, a 129.555. So that is not too shabby, that's for sure. See if I can get some times up for us, if I can remember how to do it. There we go. How good is that? We can check out that margin there between the two. Mandela Pluck on your screen at the moment. I don't think he's going to be able to haul that margin in. Kempy?
No, I don't think so.
Gone for all money is Rob Henry, and he'll be happy with that.
It's over.
He will be very happy, especially after that race 1 incident with Baker.
I'd say so, yeah.
B Party hasn't said a word. Currently sits P9 on a charge. Sits in front of that man, Paul Stewart. David Turnbull now sits in that pole position for the final race of the night. And man, this racing has just gone by tonight. The action,
Hasn't it just?
action aplenty, providing the goods. Listen, if you're
Yeah, good,
tuning,
eh?
if you are tuning in for the first time, make sure you hit that follow button. And, follow our Facebook page. Keep up with what's coming up. Speaking of coming up in the not too distant future, 30 days. We must be 29 days now till Daytona, and that only means one thing, Kempy. It's
I can get behind the
it's-
wheel of a next gen.
yes, it's time to go NZiRL racing.
How good, eh?
Yeah, that is.
I'm all about it.
Yeah, so am I. There is our channel. If you're in the Twitch, make sure you go follow us on Facebook to keep up with
I'm looking forward to it.
what is coming up. Yeah, I certainly am as well. Carl Nedler, no doubt he will be joining us back on the mic for that one. It's Robert Henry gets the white flag. He will have one more lap around Winton Raceway to secure race number 2 of 3 for round 2 of the championship. One that has certainly provided a lot of action for us. Mandela Pluck sits back in P2, and it looks like Taylor Oates, he is going to hold on to that podium with Simmons a long way back now. So he must have had a moment, surely, because I think he was battling for third for a while, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Ewan Baker, he's made his way up to P7. Brody McConkey, another good finish. Corey Crossan, first time we've mentioned him tonight. He sits back in P18. Robert Henry, meantime, has he claimed the checkered flag? No. Around the last couple of corners to the home straight. And Henry takes out a race number 2 from Mandela Pluck. He's having a great run tonight, a win and a second. Taylor Oates will wrap up the final spot on the podium in a battle down to the line for 4th and 5th, but Simmons takes it out from Doherty. And that race for pole position, Charlie Coleman is going to lock himself into pole position for race number 3, with Justin Davies finishing in behind him in P16. Corey Crossan across the grass. Not quite sure if he's actually finished the race. I don't think he has.
Just said it.
No, he hasn't. He's just going to park it on the infield for a bit. Think about what's unfolded.
It'd be rude not to, wouldn't it?
Oh, is he waiting for the field to come around, starting off the back? Possibly. Brandon.
That's potential, yeah.
Greg Spark. Well, it doesn't look like Caleb Beecroft is going to bring it home. And there we go, Corey Crossan brings it home. P33 for race number 2. That will wrap up proceedings for race 2. Now we have a bit of a break. 5-minute warm-up session before we get into the final race of the night, which is sure to be an absolute ripper as well. Top 15 invert, and that is no doubt going to spice things up big time. So we have Robert Henry waiting in the wings, and he no doubt will have plenty to talk about. We'll drag him in. Robert Henry, mate. Well, I'll tell you what, she was a pretty wild start to proceedings for you in race 1, but you've made up for it in race 2 and got the job done.
Yeah, race 1 was interesting, right? So got turned in there on lap 2 or something, and then all hell broke loose at the final corner. I had no idea what happened. Find myself on reverse grid pole for race 2, and then had a bit of battle with Taylor there for the lead. Managed to go outside of turn 1. It's one of the few places to pass around here if you can get some overlap.
Yeah, I tell you what, she was hectic. Action going on everywhere, and I guess that's to be expected with 40 plus cars on a track like Winton, but hey, it looks like plenty of fun though, and a win, the podium last week, not a bad start to the season.
Yeah, look, most of all, I'm just happy to have recovered some positions in race 1.
Yeah, too right.
And well, we'll see how race 3 goes. We got grid 15 in the reverse grid for race 3, so we will see what happens.
Yeah, the invert always providing plenty of carnage entertainment, but yeah, a bit of work to do to get to the front. We'll see if you can get there. Anyone you wanted to thank while you're in here? Shout out.
Oh, mate, we got our usual sponsors and stuff, right? But actually, I want to give a shout out to Taylor Oakes. So he drove quite well in that last race, and he did a pretty good job of holding up Mandela for long enough for me to get away. So shout out to that man. So a real practical one from me tonight, boys.
Yeah, awesome. Well, cheers for coming in for a chat with us, Robert, and hopefully, mate, things go your way in that invert race from P15 and race 3.
Yeah, man. Full send, eh?
Yeah, too right. Awesome, cheers.
Deal.
There you go. Thoughts from Robert Henry. Having a great run there in race number 2. We'll see if he's around. Mike is muted. Mandela Pluck took out race number 1 and a good fight back from P8 to come up to P2 in race 2. Man, great run there, Mandela.
Oh, sorry, I couldn't hear you guys. Could you guys repeat, please?
Yeah, okay. I was just saying that you took out race 1 and then charged away from P8 to work your way up to P2 in that one. So a bloody great start here at Winton for you.
Yeah, I was happy with the car, happy with the pace. In race 1, the car went off a bit about halfway through, but still managed just to hold the gap. I was happy when I seen Ewan and Robert collide in race 1. And then, race 2, just got an amazing start. And then just tried to stay behind Taylor for a while just to save my tyres, and then I made a mistake and I just went for the move and got it done, and then just ran the race and come home P2.
Yeah, too right. It's a good thing, but now a bit of work to do in the next one with that top 15 invert. But carrying plenty of pace, I'm sure you'll be fine in the final race.
Yeah, coming off P14, I think. So hopefully carry the pace and come away with hopefully a top 10 I'll be happy with.
Yeah, too right. Well, while you're in here, Mandela, anyone you wanted to thank or shout out or anything?
I'll just be KSR for all the tips and tricks that they give me, and Speed Nation for sponsoring KSR team and InspireNet.com as well.
Awesome. Well, cheers for coming in for a chat with us, and all the best for race number 3.
Cheers, boys. Have a good one.
Yeah, cheers. Well, we'll see if we can get a quick word with Taylor. Taylor, are you there?
Yeah, mate, I'm here.
Mate, quick one. Just 40 seconds to go until we get into race 3. But, mate, led a few laps out there. Held off Mandela for a little bit, but came home with a P3. That's a pretty good result.
Yeah, almost through the podium away there on the second last lap when I dropped it off the track there. Had a little bit of a panic and thought I made it hard on myself, but then the two behind decided to fight each other and give me some clear track to just kind of take a cruisy last lap.
Yeah, too right. And mate, we were cheering you on at the start of that one. It would have been a good feeling being out front, but ultimately Henry just got you done in the end. But yeah, like we say,
it was a bit scary. I didn't know where any of the braking markers were because I had no one in front of me.
Yeah, nah, good stuff. Well, hopefully, mate, you have a good run in the third race and possibly talking to you at the end of the night. But yeah, a bit of work in front of you. But we'll see how we. How
Yeah, no, the other boys are quite quick, so I'll just try and finish without dying.
Yeah, too right. Awesome. Well, cheers for coming in for a chat, Taylor, as we look set to go for race number 3.
No worries, mate. Thank guys. Thank
Cheers. All right, here we go. Grid lining up for race 3. Let's see what we can get through for this one. As far as the grid goes, off row 1, it is going to be Charlie Coleman lining up next to David Turnbull. Row number 2, it'll be Craig Brock and Brady Stanley. Out of row 3, Paul McKenzie and Paul Stewart. Row 4, it'll be B Party and Dylan Jordan. Row 5, Ewan Baker and Brodie McConkey. Row 6, we'll see Ben Doherty and Xavier Simmons. Row 7, Taylor Oakes and Mandela Clark. And we are going to go racing. That's all we have time for. Let's get things underway. Race number 3. We go for the final time tonight around Winton. And when will it erupt? That is the question. Or has it already? It's the field. Negotiate. Oh, we've got one around early.
It's going to be like a volcano.
Oh, another one around in the background. That's going to be possibly Brock Mackney, is it? It is Brock Mackney. Oh, turns around straight in front of Heath Mannering, I think that was. And Heath Mannering sporting some damage already. Got the front bumper absolutely gone off that car. So, by the looks of things, Kempy, it has not taken long.
It's all on.
For things to erupt out there. Oh, another one around. She's all go. 44 cars trying to make their way around Winton. Oh, and again, Rob Woodworth, was it? Oh, no, he's still going. Might have been Ben Heron. Oh, we got cars facing the wrong way. That's Dilworth. So, Luke Dilworth, he's going to be now in P40 and a whole lot of work to do. Meantime, out front, David Turnbull leads the way from Brady Stanley. I was going to say Charlie Coleman, but he's got that pass done. There's Charlie Coleman. Oh, Stanley's run it wide, and he's going to get a slowdown for that, no doubt. So not much he can do there as Coleman goes back through. More battles going on throughout the field. McKenzie on screen, battling it out with B Party for 7th and 8th. Mandela Clark's made his way up to P9 already with a damaged Xavier Simmons sitting in behind him, back in P10. So a fair bit of goings on early in this one.
Yeah, good, eh?
A few cars have fallen by the wayside. Oh, Nick Jones
Spinning
turned around contact with Caleb Beecroft. And Nick Jones is going to fall down through the field. One thing we haven't seen yet, Kempy, is a lid skid.
No, I'm a bit disappointed.
So am I, with the amount of carnage that's gone on tonight, and a corner with the name rollover. How has it all not come together to provide a great rollover?
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure that bit out.
Brandon's stuck here, is having some issues out there. As I don't have as much red popping up on my screen this time, Kempy, so not as much carnage.
That's shit. We want live skids.
We want lid skids, you're not wrong. But out front, Turnbull, 1.5 second lead at the moment in the battle on between Baker and Charlie Coleman. It's Ewan Baker trying to make his night a whole lot better. He's had a rough run so far tonight. Can he claim a win here at Winton? Certainly used to seeing him on the top step of the podium. So he is all over the back of Charlie Coleman, trying to find a way past. B Party, bit of contact. No, it wasn't. Sorry, it was Mandela Pluck. He has been turned around and dropping through the field, and that invert again.
Yeah, good, eh?
It's proving to be a bit of a curse, isn't it? The top 15 one, anyway.
Yeah, I'm thinking that.
He's just been turned around. He was making good progress, was Mandela, but now finds himself back in P14 again. So we keep an eye on the gap out front, now to under a second between Stanley and Baker's made his way to P3 just like that. The C's have departed and Baker is on a charge.
Yeah, good, eh?
Surely flashbacks every time someone hits that curb. It feels like they're going to go into the fence. I know that much. Doherty's a long way back going through pit lane now, probably looking to get some of that damage fixed. He's way back in P33. Mason Dawson, well, he's had a moment out there, and Hayden Kirk's had one as well by the looks. He's found himself.
She's all on tonight, boss.
Yeah, it's starting to cut loose as we see here. Cam James in that Benson and Hedges sponsored car. How good is that?
Weapon, ain't it?
Yep. It's taken you back some time, that livery.
Ain't it just?
Yeah. Almost back to the Denny Holm days.
Well, yeah. Yeah, good.
Yeah, love it. Jamie Cross sits in behind P23. Rob Woodworth, he's had a night to forget, been amongst plenty of action. Finds himself down in P24. We look at that gap out front, and Stanley has cut that margin down, and she is a three-way battle out front between Turnbull, Stanley and Baker. And Baker, he is on one hell of a charge. Cheers for the follow.
All about the follow, eh?
Yep, get amongst it. Get amongst it. This battle is on out front between Turnbull, Stanley and Baker. And Baker, he's not going to wait around. He wants to make his way past Stanley, and a shot for the lead is Stanley. At the same time applying the pressure on the race leader. And Turnbull,
yeah, good.
He just wants to keep them in the mirror. Approaching half distance. Craig Brock in P4, he's having a good run. See him looming in the background. He's managed to get past Charlie Coleman. And there is one hell of a train from there. Paul McKenzie, B Party, Rob Henry and Simmons all part of that train. Here's a pass for the lead from Stanley, gets it done. And now it's going to be head down, because he knows that Ewan Baker is going to be right there. And he will be chasing him hard. Baker with a 1:29.004, his quickest lap. But Dylan Jordan, a 1:28.893. What a lap that is.
Man, that's a screamer of a lap.
He is the only one on the track that has got into the 1:28s. Oh, Turnbull looked like he got it all crossed up in front of Stanley. And ultimately on the grass is Baker. Has made his way to the front. And I tell you what, we have got a train going now all of a sudden.
Is it the train?
Everyone has started catching. We love a train, don't we?
Oh, it's all about it, ain't it?
Go back, have a look here, B Party. He's been amongst the action tonight as well. Looks to get a pass on Denny Hamlin, aka Paul McKenzie, but McKenzie fighting back. Says it's not going to be that easy as Rob Henry has now worked his way up to P8. Battling with Simmons. Oh, bit of contact! And Denny Hamlin. As that Simmons is gone. Simmons, his first outing as far as Kiwi Sim Racing goes for 2025. It started well, but now just starting to drop by the wayside a little bit. But Baker stretching the lead already. Is that a surprise there, Kempy?
No, not really. Just common sense, really.
I think that's Simmons down pit lane. He's going to get some work done on that car. Let's see if we can get that up on the screen. Probably not. There we go, we can. Brody McConkey has, he must have pulled the pin, I'd say. Been down pit lane for a very long time. Yeah, go do some practice laps.
Yeah, I just noticed that his exhaust fans weren't going in his computer.
Oh,
Yeah, so I just swapped a plug over and yeah, she's good to go now.
good to go. Not going to blow up anytime soon. Just just on 5 minutes to go in this one, Kempy, and round 2 for the BMW M2 Challenge, brought to you by Kiwi Sim Racing. Of course, Speed Nation, Inspire.net, proud sponsors of Kiwi Sim Racing.
I told him he needs to slow down, he's going too fast, it's crapping at his computer. It's not used to someone going that quick.
Has he got your old computer, I take it?
Yeah. Yeah. It's not used to someone being so fast,
Yeah.
it's packing up on him. It's used to people crashing all the time, not actually finishing races, but what's going on here?
That's right. Looks like the field is somewhat starting to spread out, get a bit more comfortable out there. Look at Jamie Cross here. Going to hold off Luke Dilworth, who's made a massive charge as well. Through the field, Corey Crossan now down pit lane, and he would have gone close to being your biggest mover off the back as he drops down positions now, but it is Northway up 24. Heath Mannering with the big charge up 20 spots. Heath Mannering is there in P20, chasing down Rob Woodworth at the moment. He's up 18 as well. Caleb Beecroft up 16, and Luke Dilworth up P14. So these cars all in a line here, your biggest movers so far in this race. As far as the lead goes, nothing changed up there. Ewan Baker still leads by about 0.8 of a second over Brady Stanley. Craig Brock is now in P3, so we've lost Robert Henry. He's had a bit of a moment out there. Was he in third? No.
I think he was.
No, he wasn't. No, Henry's still making his way from P15 in that last race up to P6 now. But Craig Brock, he is having a great run out there at the moment. 6P3. Paul Stewart in fourth, and you see there B Party P5 with a charging Rob Henry in behind him.
Yeah, good, eh?
Mandela Plucky's in P9 after having that moment. But it's looking good for Ewan Baker here in the closing stages. Of course, round 3 next week, Kempy. I'll try and bring up where we are heading. Of course, this whole series providing free tracks and obviously the free car as well. So if you want to get involved in the racing, make sure you do hit up Kiwi Sim Racing, get into that league on iRacing and get amongst the racing on a Tuesday night. next week, Kempe, we head to Lebanon, wherever that is.
Somewhere.
Lebanon.
Yeah, somewhere.
Round 4 will take us to Okayama, and the final round will take us to the Charlotte Roval.
Yeah, good.
And I'd say that track's going to provide some action.
Well, yeah, hopefully.
As we check out this battle here, this is getting interesting in the closing stages. B party, as we see the white flag waving for these guys one more time around Winton for round 2. And these results, man, they would have thrown this championship wide open, I'd say. With Baker having a couple of shocker runs.
It's going to spice it up a bit, ain't it?
Yeah. Brady Stanley, he's had a fairly good night so far. And, that podium at the moment. This is your battle here. Craig Brock in 3rd. Just a few more corners to go here at Winton for these guys. With Baker leading it out 2.2 seconds. Very comfortable now from Stanley. Stanley, no doubt, he'd just be looking to keep it in one piece, get it home nice and safe. And
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
So he has,
Strange thing to happen.
yeah, he's lost contact big time now. We watch Ewan Baker though. He's going to get round the final 2 corners here at Winton. And he will see that checkered flag and claim race number 3 here at Winton for the BMW M2 Challenge. Lights flashing from Baker, gets the job done. Brady Stanley, what's going on here? What has happened to Stanley? Craig Brock's gone up to P2. Paul Stewart to P3. Did Brady Stanley get a slowdown in the closing stages or what? What has happened there?
Yeah, it's weird. It's fallen off the wagon.
Yeah, I can't. Nothing's come up on my.
I reckon it's aliens. I'm putting it down to aliens.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see if he's. Hopefully, he jumps in the stream. He might be able to tell us what the story was there. He was odds on to finish on the podium, but I tell you what, that podium, we've got some guys we haven't spoken to too much. Craig Brock, Paul Stewart coming home 2nd and 3rd, B Party in 4th, and Rob Henry with a great drive to bring it home inside the top 5, a 5th place finish, and that is going to do his points a whole lot of favour. As we stand by for some of these drivers, Ewan Baker is waiting in the wings, and I tell you what, he will be one happy camper to get it done in race number 3. Looks like Paul Stewart is in there. We'll grab Paul Stewart in. We'll have a chat with him. A P3 finish for you in race number 3, Paul. I'm not quite sure what happened to Brady Stanley in the closing stages, but hey, no doubt you will take that podium finish.
Yeah, definitely. It's very unexpected. It's awesome.
Yeah. All of a sudden, Brady Stanley just put his brakes on and said, "Oh, well, we'll let you guys go." And hey, P3, and what has been a fairly good night for yourself, to be fair. So you'd be happy with proceedings.
Oh yeah, stoked. Good qualifying. Stayed ahead of it all. Stayed out of trouble. Makes a big difference.
Yeah, certainly helps you out throughout the night, avoiding most of the carnage, which we definitely saw a fair bit of it tonight. But that's what you get. 44 cars certainly turns it on. But hey, P3 finish, a great result. Cheers heaps for coming in for a chat with us. Is there anyone you wanted to thank or shout out while you're in here?
Yep, shout out to Speed Nation, KSR, everyone else that was racing on the track tonight. It's good fun. And to my wife, who's on the back of the car and is gutted that no one's mentioned it yet.
To what? What was that, sorry?
There's a picture on the back of my car of my wife. We picked the worst picture we could find of her on the back.
Okay, we're going to have to keep an eye on this then, and we will go hunting next week, no doubt.
Cool. Thanks, guys, and thanks to you guys as well. Awesome as always.
Yeah, awesome. Cheers for coming in for a chat, Paul, and all the best for the rest of the rounds, and maybe we'll get to have a chat to you again next week.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Excited.
Your third place finisher from race number 3, Paul Stewart. We will get in this man, Craig Brock, a fantastic run from yourself tonight in race number 3, coming home P2. Again, maybe you thought you were on for P3 and then all of a sudden you found yourself P2.
Yeah, I have no clue what happened there, gents, but I don't know if he got a slowdown or he's given way or he's fallen asleep at the wheel. Yeah, who knows? But hey, I'll take it, gents, and it's great to be here for the first time. And sorry there was no lid skids tonight.
Yeah, no
It's
lid skids.
unacceptable.
We mentioned it throughout the stream. We thought surely we'll get one here. We've got turn 6 named rollover corner, I think it was, and hey, didn't even provide any goods.
Yeah, well me and Dylan, second race on the first chicane, almost had a crop. I was waiting for him to hit the fence and come back through on everyone. That would have been probably the highlight of the night, but we didn't do it, lads. But look, good night for me. I tried to keep out of trouble. Last week was a bit of a schmozzle, but yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, too right. Well, while you're in here, Craig, anyone you wanted to thank, shout out, anything?
Yeah, look, the usual sponsors of our team, KSR, Speed Nation, all the usual crew, and of course you guys for putting these on. They're really good to watch, and I watch them religiously.
I tell you what, it's a whole lot easier when you guys are providing the entertainment. I tell you that. She's been fantastic racing so far in this BMW series, and hopefully it continues throughout the final rounds, and hopefully you get a bit more success, and we see you in the comms box for a chat again.
Thanks, gents, and if it's not that, at least it'll be some sort of carnage. Let's do that.
Too right.
Well, my
Awesome.
boy might be there next week, so if you want a lid skid, then I can get him to organise it for you.
I think we need Kempy in here next week. We'll stir it up.
Right, half the field would probably be gone then. So, awesome. Cheers for coming in for a chat, Craig, and yeah, all the best.
Thanks, gents.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, we will get this man in here, Mr. Ewan Baker. Well, a bit of a rough start to proceedings for you tonight, mate, but a brilliant charge in race number 3. Got yourself into the lead and never looked back from there, and claiming a race win number 3 for the season.
Yeah, I had to make something up for the first 2 races. Good God.
Yeah,
just stupid move in race 1. Like, I got the run on Robert and thought, oh, I'll stick the nose in, and it was just never on. So I knew I could have just pressed on and accepted the penalty, but I thought, I don't want to win races like that. That was a shit move. So I redressed it and thought, I'll just suffer the consequences of that. Unfortunately, the consequences were getting caught up in that last corner crash and Robert sneaking through to get the reverse grid pole. So it's put me behind him quite a bit in the points, but I mean, it's fun. It's chaos, but it's fun.
Yeah, certainly looks like a whole lot of fun from our perspective. Certainly makes the races very easy to commentate. I know that. I know tonight just flew by, just like that, didn't it, Kempy? Hardly got time to think.
Entertainment, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Flies by in the driver's seat as well. Like every race, I'm thinking, oh, just another couple of laps. I can try and make another position, but checkered flag comes out too quickly.
Yeah, too right. Well, I tell you what, that was entertainment galore, and we were wondering at one point whether we would see you on the podium tonight, but you've made it. You've got it done in race number 3, and like you say, the points, they would have had a bit of a shuffle up, so we'll wait to see how those pan out as we head to, where did I say it was, Kempy Lebanon or something like that?
Yeah, some crazy place.
Yeah, so, hey, we'll see what that brings next week.
More chaos, I imagine. Very twisty, very undulating. So I can imagine this thing is going to get very loose into some of the braking zones. So, again, hard to overtake, but we'll see what we can do.
Oh, so it sounds like it's going to be a whole lot of fun again, which is good to hear. Well, Ewan, mate, first time tonight, may as well shout out your sponsors or anyone else.
Yeah, of course. Shout out to Kiwi Sim Racing and sponsors Speed Nation, InspireNet, and Scott Technology. So yeah, thank you guys for your continued support.
Awesome. Thanks again, Ewan, for coming in for a chat with us. Congrats on getting the job done in race number 3, and no doubt we will catch you next week for round number 3.
Yeah, cheers. Fingers crossed. Hopefully it's a bit cleaner.
Yeah, awesome. Cheers, Ewan. There you go. Thoughts from our race number 3 race winner, claiming his first race win tonight here at Winton. But from us here in the comms box, Kempy, what a night of action it's been. Another, well, bumper field of 40-plus cars turning it on. And, mate, hopefully we see the numbers continue throughout the series, because it is providing some fantastic racing and, like Craig said, some new people on the podium, and it's great to see. So, mate, from me, a big thank you for coming along and talking your way through this races again.
Yeah, just giving it a hand.
Yeah, too right. And we will see you all back next Tuesday. It's a bit strange only streaming one night a week at the moment, but don't worry, NZiRL hitting your screens sooner or later, and I'm fairly sure that in a month or so we'll probably see some virtual racing Aotearoa racing on your screens as well. But from us here at Winton, cheers everyone for tuning in to the racing tonight. Make sure you hit that follow button if you aren't already, and we will see you all next week for round number 3. Until then, have a good one, and we'll catch you then.